Hello, RSPW Universe. I am your GM/wrestler, Damian Saint. And I'm here with some good news and bad news. But I'm going to start with the good news because nobody wants to hear bad news first. Good news is Dae Young has returned and he will be wrestling this Saturday against your RSPW champion, JC Hardcore, in a first blood match. Yeah, that's happening. Yep. April 13th, tune in, watch that. Maybe we'll see a new champion. I hope. Next on the title card, it's not really good news or bad news, just gonna tell you the title card. We have Icon versus Jay the Bullet Hunter. And it will be a match. I haven't decided what type of match yet because I was just sprung the idea and I gladly accepted it because, yeah, of course. Also happening this Saturday, I will be facing somebody. I haven't decided what to do or even if I'm going to participate. Nightcrawler will be defending his Northeastern title. Don't know against who. Probably throw out an open challenge. I don't know. We don't have many people to work with. It's really hard to make a show with all this, so I'm trying to go off the top of my head. We will be doing the Money in the Bank, which will be Dagger and Gunner. As of right now, if any more people decide to come in, we'll put them in that match. And like I said, RSPW is slowly growing and dying at the same time. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Honestly, from me, coming from me and personal experience, and some people may agree, some people won't, but as Damian Saint right now, speaking to you, my opinion of RSPW will be spoken right here. If this video gets taken down by anybody, oh fucking well, not my business. I'm out here to speak my mind and say what I want, like I usually do. So, I told you guys title card for this Saturday, but what I need to talk about right now is the locker room. What I mean by RSPW slowly growing and dying at the same time is by this. Back when we were in RUW, every other day there was an argument. Every other day. And I'm not going to throw myself out of this and say that none of it was my fault. Most of it was my fault. But you got to hear me out. If you were participating in something like this, where you're trying to make it big and you're trying to do something and you constantly have everybody who's supposed to be working together as a group, as a unit, constantly arguing, bickering at each other's throats for every little thing. You think people are going to want to participate in that? No, it's terrible. Like I said, I'm not going to throw myself out of here and say like none of it's my fault, but at the same time, what about the other people? I mean, you have JC Hardcore, Icon, me, Dae Young, and all these other people in that locker room that sit there and watch this and participate in us going at each other like this. Like, there's nobody stopping it. It's just like they add on, put fuel onto the fire. We all do it. At some time, we need to grow up and realize that this will not be our future. People in this company are taking this straight to the head. Now, hear me out on that. Nobody in RSPW is dedicated enough to go pro. And I don't care how much hate I get, whether it's from Icon, JC Hardcore, anybody. Nobody in RSPW is dedicated to go pro because I'm not. Alright? I had multiple opportunities to go train with professionals and become a professional athlete. And I'm not going to lie, I went there. I did it. I did not want to do it. I bitched out. I thought it was too much. So, there's that. That's that. But other people in RSPW were handed that same opportunity. I'm not going to say names. They knew who they are. And they turned it down to stay in the backyard on a trampoline. That is the dumbest fucking thing anybody could do. If you're so dedicated to becoming a wrestler, why did you turn down a chance to go pro to stay on a trampoline? Dumbest shit ever. But, you know, people do what you gotta do. But this RSPW thing, people are taking it straight to the head. This is not serious. We are doing this to go out and put on a show for the people who watch us on YouTube and the people who support us. We don't need to be at each other's throats about who's getting a push, who's turning heel, who's turning face. And the commentary needs to fucking stop. That shit's pissing me off. The commentator doesn't need to explain who the heel is, who the face is. That's for the crowd members to decide. Whether whoever is on commentary, that shit is annoying. You're supposed to call the match. You're supposed to see what you see in the match. I want to wrestle. And here, I just kicked Icon in the face. Or Icon just kicked me in the face. I don't want to hear anything but that. Alright? That shit's pissing me off. Also, the fact that people want to take this shit seriously pisses me off even more. Because if you want to take it seriously, take your ass and go pro. We're on a fucking trampoline. We're almost grown men, adults, wrestling each other on a fucking trampoline for YouTube. And you're expecting to make a life out of that? No. I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I can go there a few times a week to hang out with friends. Yeah, I may get hurt. I may get bumps and bruises. And I may hurt someone else. But that's a risk we're all willing to take to put on a show for you guys and still hang out afterwards. Nobody there is going pro. And I can guarantee that. And it's just angering. Like, what does getting at each other's throats and arguing constantly do for this company? Not even saying that it's a company. It's not a company. It's a YouTube channel that has maybe about 70 subscribers. All right? Now, everybody in this business is my brother and his family. But there comes a limit where we have to start choosing family over the people. And if you don't know what I mean by that, is that there comes a time that when you have to realize that you would have to choose family and friends over putting on a show for people you've never even met before. You need to understand that. Icon is my brother. I've known him for almost 8+ years. Same thing with JC Hardcore. Yes, they both annoy the shit out of me, but they're family. I'm not gonna. JC Hardcore annoys me the most, hands down. Don't give a shit what he has to say about that. That's the truth. But I still love him. If something happens to him, I'm there, no matter what, always. But this shit is egging me on. I'm still gonna go every day, participate, and put on a great show for you guys. But there comes a point where we are gonna realize that this is what's destroying friendships. In RUW, how many people did you guys see? You saw Dark Scorpion. You saw Jonah the Great. You saw Day Young, Damian Saint, Icon, JC Hardcore, Lone Wolf Dagger, Jay the Bullet Hunter, Gunner, and a whole bunch of other people. All being in one place and doing one thing. I forgot to mention Christian Cross. Sorry about that. But we're all there. But the constant arguing has split us apart. I remember when I could go there and hang out with at least 9 people and have fun, and nobody was at each other's throats. Now, ever since RUW, that's all gone. All gone. Because of one thing. They chose putting on a show for the people over friends and family. Now, I'm not going to say I haven't done that before, because I have. Because I've been kicked out and brought back to RUW God knows how many times. But RSPW is something me, JC Hardcore, and Icon put together. All of us put in equal shit to do this. Now, a couple weeks ago, I chose family over this because I injured Icon. But I came back because not only was there was no choice, I was asked to by at least 2 people. And I did it because I figured I would put on a good show for you guys again. But, like I said, in RUW, they chose putting on a show for the people over family and friends. And that's why, as you realize, you guys see the constant same matches every week. You're always going to see me versus JC Hardcore, Icon versus JC Hardcore, Icon versus me versus Nightcrawler. You're going to keep constantly seeing the same people because Nobody wants to be around that anymore. Because in RUW, we don't see any of them anymore. Like, we don't hang out with Dark Scorpion. We don't hang out with Jonah the Great. SW, we barely hang out with Jay the Bullet Hunter or Gunner or Nightcrawler's there once in a while. But the same constant 3 people are there every week, every show. It's me, JC Hardcore, and Icon. And the fans, I get it. We have fans and they want to see us wrestle. But you got to understand from our perspective, we don't want to keep wrestling the same person every week. And like I said, it gets to a point where sooner or later we're going to realize that RSPW is what's going to be the downfall of all of our friendships. Because as you can see in RSPW, it has been way more aggressive than RUW. And I don't mean that in a wrestling way. I mean attitude way. Like, you don't see people thrilled anymore. You just see people ready to fight, ready to be there. I mean, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but that's also a sign. And we need to notice these signs. And I'm just tired of it. Like, I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. Like, I also have my own YouTube channel. I focus on another career besides this. I'm doing this for fun. Like, I'm not trying to make a career out of this. And certain people in this company need to realize that this is not a career or the path they need to choose. And I'm not saying it like I'm the wisest fucking person in the world, because I'm no fucking smarter than anybody there. We probably all are about average intelligence. I mean, maybe in a couple other things people are smarter than me and I'm smarter than them at. But like I said, this is not what the path you have to choose. And Dae Young has realized that, because after this Saturday, Dae Young's leaving. Like, no hate thrown at him. I respect him for it. He's leaving because he wants to make a better life for him. He told me personally he wants to get his shit together, and I respect that. I have no hate thrown towards him, and anybody who does throw hate towards him needs to stop, because what he's doing is something we all should have done back in RUW, is get our fucking lives together. Because all this wrestling thing is doing is tearing us apart. Anybody who wants to tell me different, you know where I am. But, like I said, this whole wrestling thing on YouTube was one of the best ideas and worst ideas we ever had. Now I'm going to explain that. The best idea, the reason why it's the best idea is because it brought all of us together. It would bring all of us together, hang out, talk, give each other ideas. But it was our worst idea because everybody's idea was thrown away and argued about and bickered about, and everybody's at each other's throats because they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. In the company, nobody cares who is champion. I don't give a shit if JC Hardcore holds the title for 4 fucking years. I don't care. I don't care if I never hold the title in my career. I don't ask to win the titles. I go out there, put on a match. I don't care if I win or lose. What matters to me are the views on the channel and whether or not the other person is injured. All right? And I'm tired of it. Honestly. It just needs to stop. Sooner or later, people will understand what I mean by this whole video. Icon probably already knows it. Dae Young already knows it, as you can tell. Nightcrawler needs to watch this and realize it. Everybody in RSPW needs to watch this and understand that this is not your career. This is something you do for fun because you can't leave the house and you can't do anything, but you can go here and hang out with friends because you can't go do anything else, because this is something you can do for free and in your spare time. And you get to see your friends maybe almost every day of the week, basically. And you're treating this like it's your whole career. You're treating it like this is something that actually is going to matter to you in about 15 years when you're laying at home in your bed and you're just thinking there, oh, I could have became a pro wrestler. Yeah, you could have, but you chose to stay on a fucking trampoline. So this is going to be the end of my video. Thank you for watching.